What up? Can you hear me and see me? Nice. We got YouTube Studio. OBS. Nice. Oh, Grace is screaming over here. Oops. Do not hang yourself with any of these cables. I'm going to own my space this morning before I go to church. And then I'm going to own Matt's space too as well. Excellent condition, it says. Share. Copy. We're going to share it on Facebook. This is a special live stream, guys. Nice. You've reached 100 plays. You can watch it again and make a new reel. What one was it? Oh, cool. My taxes. It muted or something? I was so happy. Dude, I've been just on cloud nine since I finished these taxes and then filed my trademark application. I did a lot of work. Double checking everything, guys. I have the legal codes I need. I have the documentation. I have literally the organizing of the paperwork. Like, I have sheets to tell the auditor, like, what, you know what I mean? How to follow everything so he doesn't have to bother me at all. Like, I'm basically I'll audit myself before I even get audited. I'm not going to have to deal with anything. And the likelihood of me getting audited is very low. But I'm getting that hotel money back. A lot of money, guys, I spent. Motel 6 Statesville, what's up, Jay? You want those? Yeah. Yeah. Let me get some towels. Swag monster. Swagger. Boop. This guy always got to be a capital B. That's Swaggers, guys. On the chat. Do you see it? All right, so we need to talk about some things. We finished the taxes, right? Loopology trademark is a proprietary performance and production method developed exclusively by Glenn Bennett for gdotbennettmusic. It integrates controlled acoustic remic techniques, real-time loop bass composition, and engineered frequency manipulation to create a distinct audio signature used in commercial performances, broadcasts, recordings, and educational content. This section can be used and pasted directly into the USPTO site for additional statement field. Now, I didn't include that on the application, guys. Okay? I included a lot of information. Yeah. A lot of information. I have a trademark file. Here we go. Entertainment and educational services, namely providing live and recorded musical performances. Music production services. Providing online educational content and instruction in the field of music production, loop-based composition, and improvisational music creation. Provided live stream performances and demonstrations relating to loop-based music creation techniques. Entertainment services in the nature of producing and distributing musical recordings, and providing instructional content in the field of loop-based music composition and sound design under the name Loopology. Yep, I used Class 41, guys. It's mainly used for educational services and entertainment and educational services. So that's what somebody can't use this word for anymore once it's filed. Because an examiner is going to look at it and be like, wow, he really, off a Facebook post? Yeah. I released a press document for my album 9. Okay? I think it was back in February 26th. Okay, when I dropped the album, February 26th, and I posted this information on Facebook. I want you guys to know what's going on. I want you to know behind the scenes stuff, and it's important. You know what I mean? But we dropped the press document, and I used the word loopology for the first time anywhere, because I was posting constantly on Facebook. It wasn't used on my SoundCloud. It wasn't used on YouTube. It wasn't used anywhere, even in my blogs. I used it for the first time on Facebook, and then I've been using it. That's the thing. I keep using it for commerce, for in-use commerce, in the case of case use for commerce. All right. So if you want to trademark something and you want to put a TM next to a word so that no one else can actually use it, no one can. People are using it, but they don't have it trademarked. So I can actually say, if somebody decides that they want to go ahead and teach people what live looping performances are, right? And they use this word, I get paid and I could sue them. Yeah, let's go. The trademark can definitely do some damage, dude, in legal terms. It's a capital expenditure, so I get to deduct it on my taxes. It's an extra $550, boom, that goes against my taxable income. My taxable income drops to nothing because of the lodging expense that I had at the hotel while I was making the album 9 and used the word loopology. So I came up with the concept because I kept making music and I kept coming up with different ways of looping. And I started noticing more about how the looper responds to sounds that are smashed together and how, frequency spectrums cause resonance. And without an actual EQ, what happens to things? Without a DAW, what happens to things? How do you make it sound right? How do you take a Yamaha PSR EW300, its frequency spectrum for drums, piano, violin, string instruments, bass, all of the instruments, that I use, you know what I mean, in a lot of my music, and then use effects on it all? How does it translate? And then write compositions based on a concept for an album. I have a lot to do when it comes to business right now. Okay? I got to get these taxes done, and I got to get this trademark. I got to pay $550 to legitimately put my business in the forefront and say, boom, he's not going to get audited because he has a trademark. It's pretty obvious that he's doing business. He wouldn't have spent the money on a trademark if he wasn't doing it for a purpose, to gain revenue. I want your money, okay? Give me your money. No, I want to inspire people, but along the way, I know I'm going to make money. I think at some point I'll probably end up writing a book to teach people what loopology is about. I think along the way I'll get sponsored. Possibly. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to write a letter to a lot of these manufacturers that I use, like Akai, Professional, Focusrite, Boss / Roland, Yamaha, because I'm all about Yamaha, HP, the companies for the equipment that I use are really important when it comes to this process, because I've trademarked something using their technology, and I was able to connect it all in such a way. So it's like, wow, because he connected it in such a way, it's really important that he has good connections. Now, marketing it is something that I'm doing too as well. I want to do more of it. there is a problem with some of my cables. So I'm making an investment in silent cables. Okay? So there won't be any hiss at all and it'll sound better. A lot of what I use has what's called a Mogami cable. They're also another manufacturer that that I want to use. Guns N' Roses, like Slash, his audio engineer uses Mogami cables. His tech, his tour tech or whatever, right? So for that particular guitar, a Gibson, which I believe Slash plays, and he's well known for having great guitar techniques and great guitar sound. He had great guitar sound when they wrote some of their albums. You could just tell it was not just recorded right, but there was no excess sound. There was no real low end or real high end on anything. It's easier to equalize things when you have cables because you don't have to worry about freak frequencies that are just humming. I can hear one right now in the back. I think it's because of my guitar. I'm pretty sure it is. And the effects of the MK1, the EQ, the distortion, stuff like that can cause hissing through the wire. Now you don't hear anything, which is really interesting. Isn't that right? Because I know where the signal flow gets caught. Yeah. So we're doing this. We're going to do a live stream for you guys. I have some chops that I got. I was writing a quick piece and we came up with something and I want to see what I can do as far as playing it out. We have it on Ableton and we're going to play it out as a source like this the splice stack. Okay, so it's stack and chop mode, but we're going to use Ableton to create the stack. And it's just going to be kick drum, snare, hi-hat, open hi-hat, and the samples. Okay, which have other things in them as well. So there's a mixed bag of, with the sample pads that have voices in them. I wanted to create something that made people like, what? Oh my God, dang. What did he do? You know what I mean? How did he do that? You know what I mean? And make people kind of laugh a little bit. This is loosely based on the boot performance that I did. And shout out to Dr. Len. Dr. Len called me last night, my high school buddy. He can play the banjo. He can play the piano like a maestro. He is amazing. I want him to come and visit me. He makes a lot of money, probably could come and visit me. He was like, dude, I used to live down there. He knows about Charlotte and just outside of Charlotte and whatnot. But yeah, so he was pretty big into it, into life, and I got to talk with him. He was just he I don't know how else to say this, but he never fell off the mountain. I felt like a raindrop. We were talking about this. It was weird. He had this viewpoint. like a raindrop. Way deep down in the flowered crevices, right? And found myself deep in the ocean. You know what I mean? Like if a raindrop fell in the ocean and then all of a sudden it just dropped all the way down to the end to the floor of the ocean. That's what happened to me. And I had to come out of the water, get into the air, go back into the cloud, and then ended up on the top of the mountain after it rained again. That's just the way that it worked. You know, we're talking about creating an art piece of it. I think he wanted me to create like a painting. He's like, dude, do the painting. You know? Raindrops in the chat. Yeah, I had an idea about the resilience of water droplets. What else can I put in the chat? We can start a Q&A. This is cool. Okay, hang on a second here. What do you guys think loopology is? Q&A. Yeah, I used it on YouTube in my bio, my description for the channel. But I don't know how long ago that was. You know, I'm not 100% positive because I wasn't posting a lot of recordings to YouTube before November. I didn't really have my equipment prior to that. I did, but you know, I didn't have anything to record with. I just had the looper. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really posting anything on YouTube. So yeah, it can't be the first use case. That press release document was the first use case for revenue. A channel bio is not used indefinitely for revenue. It may help people with revenue. Welcome to g.bennettmusic, where improvisation meets precision and every loop tells a story. With over 30 years of experience in music production, I specialize in live looping, sound manipulation, and multi-instrumental performance, crafting dynamic, evolving compositions in real time. The channel is dedicated to improvisational loopology, a fusion of electric beats, hardcore drums, piano, guitar, and bass, all layered seamlessly to create immersive sonic soundscapes. My approach isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. It's about the groove. Whether you're here for intricate sound design or the art of loop-based composition, this is the space where music is created, not just played. Subscribe to experience the journey one loop at a time. You know, it took me a while to like what I wrote. Yeah. So we have a live channel that's up there too, guys. gdotbennettmusiclive.com. We're gonna do this and see if it works. We're gonna copy this. We're gonna go on to Canva. We're gonna publish the changes, and it should take the live loopology session that we're doing right now and post it on the website. The DNS should be all right. Press release document. We're going to go over that too. I want you guys to understand more about why I'm doing it. Why does he make music and not make any money? Isn't it to make money? You know what I mean? There's plenty of people that go into a studio and don't even know what a session note is. They just play it and they got it all. You know what I mean? And it's not like that for me. It's not. There's a lot more to it, guys, than just teaching you something. Projects. Hang on. We got to find it. Why does it say available offline? There we go. Canva. There we go. Boop. g.bennettmusiclive.com. Dun, 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 dun. So we're embedding a live stream. And then we're going to publish changes. So now you can watch the YouTube channel on g.bennettmusiclive.com. Yeah. Let's see if it's working. It may take a second to populate. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. We're live. Yeah. Here we go. We're live. Website. All right. So we're good with that. I always got to make sure that I do those things, those little things to keep things moving in the right direction, guys. Q&A. What do you think loopology is? What do you think it is? Timestamps, participants, top chat. Top chat. Getting this mixer to be right, I just turn it all the way up and don't worry about the gain. Why should you have to worry about the gain? Yeah. Resilience of water droplets. Stop streaming at. Oh, that's cool. You can stop it at a certain point. I got to go in 45 minutes, so we got to do this quick. We're going to wake everybody up in the neighborhood. Let's fucking go. We got Grace. Get out of the way, girl. I was playing her a lot last night to some of the songs that I already wrote. Yeah. It was a really interesting night. I was on this TV in the corner over here with my laptop. Used the your my laptop as a as a device to put it forward. So my friend is a scientist. What do scientists do? Look at my glasses. Wear these at work. Protect your head and neck. You might get hurt. What do you think scientists do? Right? The science method. The scientific method. We need to talk about that. Okay? Purpose. To establish technical basis, commercial use, engineering methodology, and documentary framework for loopology. Process as performed, demonstrated, and broadcast by gdotbennettmusic. Section A. Loopology. Definition and technical identity. What loopology is. Number 1. Loopology is a proprietary improvisational performance method developed by Glenn Bennett under the business name gdotbennettmusic. It combines live looping, acoustic remic techniques, controlled distortion through frequency imbalanced playback, real-time signal reconstruction, educational explanation of process, digital performance broadcasts. Loopology is defined by a hybrid audio architecture that uses acoustic reamplification and frequency response, sculpting as active musical tools, not as incidental byproducts. This method forms a unique sonic fingerprint that distinguishes gdotbennettmusic's work commercially and artistically. That's what loopology is, guys. Science. It's science. Use the right words. Yeah. Ever since I got this MPC, it's been very interesting. There's been a lot. Oh, my stomach just gargled. I need some coffee. Yeah. So we're gonna start with Grace. We haven't done that in a while. So that's what loopology is. That's also the USPTO. Yeah. 747, I think it was. So we're gonna capture her on the recording. We have 3 phones now. I don't know if they're all up. One's at 12%. One's at 41%, which is good. That'll do. This one's only at 19%. So I need to plug this in. We're going to go live on Rumble too. Rumble. So Rumble Studio. $8:24. No, 25 a.m. Entertainment. Secondary. Now we're going to put how to. Music, technology, podcast, news, music, how to, finance, entertainment, automotive. Yeah, we'll do music. License, Rumble. We're going to say personal. Public, rewindable. Yeah. Okay, we have to make sure we do all of these things. So you can send it to a custom. Wow, okay. You just need the stream key. So I could go from Rumble to Twitch if I wanted to. That's crazy, dude. I really like Rumble. I think it's good. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Loopology cannot. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Live. Huh. There we go. Nice. Okay. Can you hear me and see me? I hope you can hear me and see me. Own your space. Okay, it's saying I got a phone call on the computer. Huh, hang on. Did I call myself? No. Let's no. He's probably not up yet. He's definitely not up yet. All right, so we have some samples. We got some samples, and we're gonna play some really good music here in a second. All right, I'm gonna put the microphone down. Down. Uh. RPM of 73.8. That's what we need to know for the MK1. I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna leave you with this. Grace. G.Bennett Music. We make loops. I'm out.